but the face of this big Dracula clock just scowls at you. It's like the secret hidden eyes, the eyelids open up, and the teeth start to show, and you can hear about 1,000,000,000 billion giant alive cockroaches crawling around inside the wood box of it. The skin of all the supermodels go all waxy, smiling with their faces not looking at anything. You say the price your mom tells you. The United States Marine says $1 more. The rocket science guy says $1 higher than him. Only this round, you win. All those potatoes open their little eyes. Except now you need to guess the price of a whole cow full of milk in a box, the way milk comes in the kitchen fridge. You have to guess the cost of a whole thing of breakfast cereal like you'd find in the kitchen cabinet. After that, a giant deal of pure salt, the way salt comes from the ocean, only in a round box, but more salt than anybody could eat in an entire lifetime. Enough salt that you could rim approximately 1,000,000,000 billion margaritas. All the Zeta Delts start texting you like crazy, your inbox piling up. Next come these eggs, like you'd find at Easter, only plain white, and lined up in some special kind of cardboard case. A whole complete set of 12 eggs. These really minimalist eggs, pure white. So white that you could just look at them forever. Only right away you need to guess at a big bottle like a yellow shampoo, except it's something gross called cooking oil you don't know what for. And the next thing is you need to choose the right price of something frozen. You cup one hand over your eyes to see past the footlights, except all the Zeta Delts are lost in the glare. All you can hear is their screaming different prices of money. $50,000, $1,000,000, $10,000. Just loony people yelling just numbers. Like the TV studio is just some dark jungle, and people are just some monkeys just screeching their monkey sounds. The molars inside your mouth, they're grinding together so hard that you can taste the hot metal of your fillings, that silver melting in your back teeth. Meantime, the sweat stains creep down from your armpit to your elbow, all black-red down both sides of your Zeta Delt t-shirt. The flavor of melting silver and pink bubblegum. It's sleep apnea only in the day, and you need to remind yourself to take the next breath, take another breath, while the supermodels walking on sparkle high heels try pimping the audience a microwave oven, pimping a treadmill, while you keep staring to decide if they're really all that good looking. They make you spin this doohickey so it rolls around. You have to match a bunch of different pictures so they all go together perfect. Like you're some white rat in Principles of Behavioral Psychology 201. They make you guess which can of baked beans cost more than another. All that fuss just to win something that you sit on to mow your lawn. Thanks to your mom telling you prices. You win a thing like you'd put in a room, covered in Easy Care, white, clean, stain-resistant vinyl. You win one of those deals that people might ride on vacation for a lifetime of wholesome fun and family excitement. You win something hand-painted with the old world charm, inspired by the recent release of a blockbuster epic motion picture. It's the same as when you felt sick with a really high fever and your little kid heart would pound and you couldn't catch your breath just from the idea that somebody might take home an electric organ. No matter how sick you felt, you used to watch this show until your fever broke. All the flashing lights and the patio furniture, it seemed to make you feel better, to heal you or to cure you in some real way. It's like forever later, but you win all the way to the showcase round. There, it's just you and the old granny wearing the sweatshirt from before, just somebody's regular grandma. but she's lived through world wars and nuclear bombs. Probably she saw all the Kennedys get shot, and Abraham Lincoln. And now she's bobbing up and down on her tennis shoe toes, clapping her granny hands and crowded by supermodels and flashing lights, while the big voice makes her the promise of a sports utility vehicle, a widescreen television, a floor-length fur coat. And probably it's the acid, but it's like none of this seems to add up. It's like if you live a boring enough life, always knowing the price of Uncle Ben's and hot dog wieners, your big reward is you get to live for a week in some hotel in London. You get to ride on some airplane to Rome like in Italy. You fill your head full of enough ordinary junk and your payoff is that a giant supermodel will give you a snowmobile? If this game show really wants to see how smart you are, they need to ask you how many calories in a regular onion cheddar cheese bagel. Go ahead. Ask you the price of your cell phone minutes any hour of the day. Ask you about the cost of a ticket for going 30 miles over the speed limit. They should ask you the price of a Long Island iced tea or the price of Marcia Sanders' abortion. They need to ask about your expensive herpes medication that you have to take, but you don't want your folks to know you really need. They need to ask the price of your History of European Art textbook, which cost $300. Fuck you very much. They should ask what that stamp of Hello Kitty set you back. The sweatshirt granny, she bids some regular amount of money for her showcase. Just like always, the numbers of her bid appear in tiny lights glowing on the front of her contestant desk where she stands. Here, all the Zeta Delts are yelling. Your phone keeps ringing and ringing. For your showcase, for you, a supermodel rolls out 500 pounds of raw beef steak. The steaks fit inside a huge barbecue. The barbecue fits aboard a speedboat that fits inside a trailer for towing it, that fits a massive fifth-wheel pickup truck, that fits inside the 3-car garage of a brand new house in Dallas. Dallas, like in Texas. Meantime, all the Zeta Delts all stand up. They get to their feet and they step up on their audience seats, cheering and waving, not chanting your name, but chanting Zeta Delt, chanting Zeta Delt, chanting Zeta Delt. Loud enough so it records for the broadcast. It's probably the acid. But here you are battling some old nobody you've never met, fighting over shit you don't even want. Probably it's the acid, but right here and now, fuck declaring a business major. Fuck General Principles of Accounting 301. Stuck partway down your throat, something makes you gag. And on purpose, by accident, you bid $1 million, trillion, gazillion dollars and 99 cents. And everything shuts down to quiet. Maybe just the little clicking sounds of all those Las Vegas lights blinking on and off, on and off, on and off. It's like forever later when the game show host gets up too close, standing at your elbow, and he hisses, he says, "You can't do that." The host says, "You have to play this game to win." Up close, too close, his host face looks cracked into a million billion jagged fragments, only glued back together with pink makeup. Like Humpty Dumpty or a jigsaw puzzle. His wrinkles like the battle scars of playing his same TV game since forever started. All his gray hairs always combed in that same direction. The big voice asks, that big deep voice booming out of nowhere, the voice of some gigantic giant man that you can't ever see. He demands, "Could you please repeat your bid?"